I think the Arewa, or should I say the northern oligarchs and hegemonics, they have gone berserk. They have lost their mind. When the South keeps shouting that it is the North that has kept Nigeria retarded, stagnant, I think it is right. A tax bill that came out that has openly been proven that it will reduce the revenue of Lagos State to benefit even North. But you know what? Because they don't want to work. The only thing the tax bill encourages is the more you work, the more you eat. These guys don't want to work. They want to keep looting. Okay? They want to keep exploiting.
What others are working.
What the Southerners sweat on. Under Buhari, this fight began when Wike led a case into the Supreme Court. He said, the tax bill that I make from alcohol should be mine and mine alone. Lagos State supported. But we know how Buhari soft pedal called Wike into the room, and then they had a negotiation. Wike sold his people out, but he didn't withdraw the case. Now the Arewas are now rattled because TINUBU is cracking them like a peanut. It's cracking them like a granite, or should I say a walnut. I know you know what palm kernel is, right? Exactly. That banga, you know when you make banga, you break it. It's breaking them one by one, and they are feeling exposed. They are now forming an unholy alliance. They are forming an unholy alliance amongst themselves, calling themselves League of Northern Nigerian Politicians. Let me tell you something. The Southerners have woken up. The first time the Southerners woke up was in the 1960s when Ojukwu led the Biafran cause. Yes, he made some mistakes because he didn't get the buy-in of the Southwest. But I am beginning to see that the whole of South is supporting the tax bill. I have not seen one Southern state that is against this tax bill. I have not.
Except for the North.
Yes. And it is even the North corners, the Middle Belt are not against it. Because the Middle Belt have come out to say that, Oga, we know they do again. Your agenda is to carry Sharia, put it on our head. But the Sharia is for the poor. The likes of the all corrupt politicians that have come out from the North, and Bello Matawale that has been alleged to have stolen over 120 billion naira, okay? Sharia did not catch up with him. But a man who's just, because of hunger, right, stole a chicken, was sentenced to 24 years in prison. Because a man said he is no longer interested in Islam. They sentenced him to 24 years. These are the implementations of the North. They are now rattled because TINUBU is a Muslim, but TINUBU's Muslim is the one that has been Yorubanized. It has been what? Liberalized. He is not that, and it's not an archaic sort of Islam that they practice in the North. So they will continue to cry. Their delusion will not know end. Because as far as I'm concerned, that formation, right? That formation that they are trying to form, that they will do everything to ensure that TINUBU reverses all the policies. Are they not awake that TINUBU has even gone further to split the Nigerian aviation wing?
Exactly. I think that will make the North hate TINUBU the more.
Let me tell you, he took away the Nigerian aviation that has been domiciled in Zaria, Kaduna, right? He took it. He took one to Eboyin for the Igbos. He took one to Ondos for the Yorubas. He took one to South. I can't remember. He took one to North Central. Right? He took one to Northeast, Northwest.
And that is highly commendable.
Let everybody have the equal share of the country. It cannot be you and you alone. The reason why the Northerners always feel that this Nigerian politics is their own. You know, there was a time they used to say that they are born to rule. You know, there is a time Tafawa Balewa told his mentees, his political mentees, told them that there is nothing wrong to conquer every other territory. Tafawa Balewa. He said it specifically regarding North Central. When the Middle Beltans had their own forum, they conquered them. They gave they foisted on them the Hausa language. Hausa language became the first language in Middle Belt. When you have the likes of Agatu, you have the likes of TV Sako, all of them were backtracked. Okay? The North will continue to be delusional. They are in serious pain. You know what? Let me tell you one thing again. The more they try to fight TINUBU, TINUBU is just clipping their wings. He has just sacked 1,000 people from CBN. All of them who are from the North. When they screen them, they check their qualification. Most of these people did not finish primary school.
You can't imagine that.
They all got admitted under the regime of Buhari. They wanted to northernize CBN. He saw this, he said this is unfair. You cannot find Igbos there. You cannot find considerable amount of Ijaw people in CBN. They call it Central Bank. They did not call it Arewa Bank. They did not call it Hausa Fulani Bank. How can you have over 1,000 employees? Check all of them.
Without certificate.
They don't have, all of them all have their Alimanjiri certification, but they do not have BSc. They don't have BSc in accounting. They don't have BSc in business admin, but they got that juicy positions. You remember when this man, Yemi Cardoso, became the CBN governor? Should I remind you the senator that was crying? Ali Udume was crying that they cannot take the monetary aspect of CBN to Lagos State. That it is wrong. No. It should be in Abuja. No. We don't want them to take this wing of it is right. It should be rightly domiciled in Abuja. Abuja is the right place. How many Yoruba people, how many Igbo people are doing foreign exchange? How many Igbo people are doing bureau de change? You can imagine. That is how they northernize the Nigerian army. Go and check the population in the Nigerian army. Go and check it. So all these moves that TINUBU is plotting now is to crack their wing. Let there be a balance.
But don't you think it's political calculation on the part of TINUBU towards 2027, perhaps to win the sympathy of the Southerners?
I think it is,
to vote for him?
Yes, I think it is a move for TINUBU to actually buy the sympathy of the Igbos. Let us say it the way it is. I have seen significant amount of Igbos that are now supporting TINUBU because of this tax bill, because of the way he has splitted the Nigerian Aviation Army. And Igbos are used to cursing, right? They are not even supporting TINUBU more than Yorubas. Because what the Igbos have always longed for is to have a united and an equitable Nigeria, whereby they have an equal ownership of the country.
But do you think TINUBU will survive this conspiracy from the northern oligarchies who are bent at making sure that they throw him off balance come 2027?
Well, at this stage, it is now left for TINUBU. It's either it comes correct or it doesn't come at all. The thing he needs to finally do is to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that is the greatest fear of the Northerners. Their greatest fear is for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. Igboho has been sent to the UK to become the political wing that will keep oppressing and pushing fear into the Northerners. You can see Igboho was released by TINUBU and he was allowed to go to the UK. He even came back for some things, he left. Now he's in the UK pushing the agenda that Yoruba wants to leave. That the Northerners have had enough. Right? So these are the political gimmicks that the current president of the day might use against the Northerners. Let me tell you, the Northerners cannot survive if the South leaves. They know. Because they have always been breastfed by the Southerners' hard work, nothing more, nothing less.
I think I agree with you. The governor of the Bauchi state made that submission that they can't pay salaries if the tax reform is being implemented.
Let me tell you, it is,
and that will be more poverty for the northern people.
It is Mr. Chukwudi, it is Mr. What's it called? Mr. Tunji, Mr. Nonso, all right? All the Yorubas and the Igbos are the one feeding the North. It is the resources that they make from here that they take there. It's as simple as that. The money that they make from the alcohol that we drink, from our girls that are doing prostitution, the tax they make, from our men who are into oil and gas, the revenue that they make, the taxes that they make is what they take there.